All right, guys, we're gonna do issue 9 of Aliens, Predator, Deadliest of Species from Dark Horse Comics by Claremont and Barreto. I like the series a lot, but it has also a lot of problems, especially when it comes to pacing, and the way of storytelling. It doesn't always add up, or it's somewhat confusing to a certain degree. And this issue it's getting ridiculous. The art is good. And I'm going to open up with this shot, which I said, oh man, really good. So Caryn here has been sacrificing herself for the greater good. And she has let the only egg that is available, impregnating her, with the facehugger stuff. So we have the alien queen cupping a feel here and encasing her in this, substance, this, I don't know what it is, some kind of a coating, the alien coating. And of course, we have the predator that is Big Mama here is really, they're really hating each other. These species are natural enemies, like as it says here, Cobra and a mongoose. Anyway, so the queen wants to kill her, right? And but she doesn't do that for now. So then we go to they are not really heroes, they're bounty hunters or whatever. And they are on this space station and it's leaking air. And it took, it's going to be a couple hours before they're breathing vacuum if they are not freezing to death, right? So they're checking all their weapons and their magazine, etc., etc. And they are just looking for, how do you say, Caryn and their companions. But then they are checking the monitors and they see that the people on the station are being slaughtered by these robots, that we've seen in the last issue. And they have only one specific target, mostly, releasing them in an alien nest and they clean house because that's what they designed for. They are resistant to their to the alien acid blood, right? And they are just killers, pure and simple. But it seems that this woman has a problem with Salazar because she is, a corporate stooge, and she thinks she's responsible for that because these are her friends being slaughtered. But Salazar is warning her, and she says, "Hey, the next time you lay your hands on me, you're gonna get it." All right. So these two girls or women don't like each other. So and then we have what's his name again? Shiro comes in between and says, "You knock it off. We need to function as a team. Save it for another day." And they are saying, "Hey, we're gonna see each other." B word. All right. Right. So they are looking for life signs. Meanwhile, like I said, the alien wants to kill the predator, but then something is bubbling here, very hot, and it's not other than this tech sex, which I think is a little bit weird when it comes to name, but it looks awesome, right? It just jumps out of the floor. And they are, like I said, programmed to kill these creatures. But, this is an alien queen, and the alien queen throws her into into the wall with the stuff and then, destroys the robot. And it all looks great. I mean, particularly this scene looks very dangerous and ominous. Right, but then she decided instead of, fleeing, she is full with hate and she is going after the other robots, although she is probably going to die. But, Caryn just breaks free of this cocoon, right? And then she's going to Maria and wants to help her. But then Maria just gets the spear and it just throws at her. But it looks weird, right? This is like, it's the other side. It's not how you throw a spear. It looks weird. It's just like, I don't know, she just throws at her, just taps her instead of really throwing with the pointy thing towards her. All right. So Caryn says, "I'm not your enemy." And I thought, what is this stuff, And she looks like some kind of a being that's been upgraded. And so they want to kill then the predator. And Maria says, "No." And Caryn says, "Hey, leave her alone, damn you. We need her help." "My God, Caryn, what happened?" "Be real, Shiro. You're a Strike Force Ranger. You know better than most. You're bug bits, aren't you, Trophy? Best of all, to Waxer and the Ugly both. That has my vote. Do that, or you lose maybe your only chance to get out of here. All right. But even the predator says, you are bug bit. That's right. I carry the mother's queen's last embryo. That may be the only thing that protects us when she comes back. We stay, Big Mama, we die. Pure and simple. If Texax don't get us, the vacuum will. There's only one way out left to us, your ship. So the president is really angry. She grabs her. Listen to me, please. I know I'm right. We need you to bring the ship here. But you need us as well. You can't reach the ship alone, not against Texax and the Mother Queen. Need you pure and simple, Ashburnell. I'm sorry. Always the same question, always the same answer. I don't know. Damn you, trophy. It says, and then Anna using the controls to get the ship, right? Outside of the station that they are still in. And, all right. So it seems that he has some, alien casing goo around her. Not sure how it works. I mean, you don't see it in the movies or in other comics. So maybe there was a plan for the alien queen to do that, right? Because he's gushing her in the stuff onto her. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, so she says the ship's clear. Where do you want us to meet us? We're too deep inside the nest for the ship to punch its way through us. It's too great of a risk. We have to make our way to the station's outer hull for the dust off. All right. Fight through our way, those damn robo-bugs and the Mother Queen. Some bloody hope, says the soldier. At least, Sergeant, in an instance, I believe we can count on the Queen as an ally. Look around, people. There's just one egg, and she was being pretty damn particular about who was to be its host. Well, you figure you figure we protect Caryn, the Queen protects us? So Salazar says, yeah, that's probably the best bet. So I follow Colonel Demici's lead, Mariah. All right. Good. So they are going, I don't know, there's no gravity, I guess, because they are floating. And, all right. So what's going on here? So it seems that the Texax are, when it comes to programming, on paper it's all looking good, but when it comes to real life slicing and dicing through aliens, they do not so well. But then Texax coming from out of nowhere, and Shiro is being slashed. Maria pushes Salazar away and shoots at the robot, right? Because they are coming in force. And the action is fast-paced. It looks great. Different colors, highlighting certain aspects of the fight, which is really cool. But there's a lot of jumping, ducking, pushing people away, acrobat stuff. And this woman is trying to kill the robot with her, pistols, but, the bullets don't have an effect. And the Predator says, I think the point just became moot. Well, we all know that they can mimic other people's voices. And Maria says, I hate it when she does that. Not only steal our words, but our voices as well. Keep your fingers crossed, people. Fire in the hole. So they are throwing out some grenades and all that stuff, which I think, oh, wait a minute. The ship is around, being torn apart, I guess. The air is escaping, and you throw around grenades. That doesn't do well for the whole integrity, because everything is collapsing. Salazar grabs Mariah, and there's some kind of a fireball, and she's, almost burning. Salazar helps her, because they helped her, because, well, she was burned too, but she has rapid healing. Anyway, so the Predator is getting a licking from these robots, and the robot wants to kill him. But of course, from out of nowhere, help is going. Well, not really help, because it's the Queen, and the Queen destroys the robot. But then again, wants to kill the Predator. But they are realizing they need to find a common goal, a common foe. It's just shut up, a bitch. All right, I like that. So, and then they found an airlock. So Caryn says, hey, the manual controls are jammed. That means we have to fire the explosive bolts to free out the outer door. That automatically seals the inner door. We won't be able to open it again. And we have no pressure suits, which means no protection from the vacuum outside. So they need to hold their breaths. Okay, this is the part that is really getting ridiculous, but I'm going to show you that a little bit later. So someone has to play Pathfinder. Get to Big Mama's ship and establish and translate with the station. You, Trophy. Me, Salazar. I know the ship. And of us all, I'm the least injured. You blow the lock to get out, Caryn. We end up trapped. She says, I think I can help there, Tommy. I may have another way out. All right. We don't see that. Well, sort of. So Mariah leads her, Caryn, to this I believe, the pressure being flown out because of this, right? So air is escaping, debris is escaping. Not sure how they still can hang on to, but there's some kind of a maelstrom here, right? So it seems that she needs to go through the maelstrom to go outside. I mean, isn't there some kind of a locker, or door, escape door, to get outside without being sucked outside? All right, so she put on some armor, right? And a thruster prac and a grappling gun. I put my best face for Big Mama. I've refused to let her see my fear. There's a terrible, terrible rage in her eyes. So she's throwing herself outside, and she's been flooded with memories that are not really hers. That is still an ongoing thing, which I think should be already a thing that should be solved already. I mean, this is 9 issues in, and still she questions who she is, where she comes from. Is this her real memories? Is there another implant in her mind, in her neck, in her brain? Maybe another personality. Who knows? But it's not really getting answered here. But I think it should be already being, answered to us. It takes a little bit too long. All right. A lot of debris flowing, and her helmet's been crashed. And right? Looks great, I must admit. Still the whole, her armor. And she's not being ripped to pieces by all the debris. But it seems because of the lacquer carapace, makes a pretty fine armor. The modest queen way of looking after her own. Lucky me. The thrusters shot me free out of the outwash, but I made a wrong turn somewhere. I'm too far from the ship to tether to reach. All right. And she wants to use the thrusters, but it seems that there's a system overload, and she's been blown away further to where she knocked into space, but then she's desperate, uses the grappling hook, and it hits the ship. Come on, you just said it was too far, right? All right. She says, I'll kill for another breath. There's fire smoldering deep in my chest as exertion use up the one I've got. I set myself for impact before I land, my body drawing on physical memories my mind doesn't have. Somebody blew the forward airlock. No ingress that way. But there's another aft. AFT. I was being real good at watching where I was going. I should have been watching my back. So wait, what's happening here? So it seems that the robot and the alien are also outside. I mean, what? How? We didn't see them, going outside. What are you doing there? And she's stuck here, right? And even if she has a weapon, she doesn't have a good shot. But then, alien comes in. I don't want to die, she says, but perhaps it's best that I do. The mother screen has other ideas. Lucky me. I still have one more out. I know the entry combination, one mistake and I'm done. But I'm not alone in this. So the alien picks her up. Okay. And the lid has been blown. The thing has been closed, and now she is in Predator armor. What happened to her wound? It looks great, though. I like the costume, but still, yeah. Leads us to the next issue. I'm confused. I have a lot of questions, and I don't like where this is going. Let me repeat that. It's over the top. It's too much, right? Give me some answers. Are you invulnerable or something? Can you not be killed, or are you just being killed at the issue 12 or something when the alien breaks out of your chest? I do not know, but I think it's too much. So, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about it. See you next time. Bye-bye.